Okay, doing a chart request, and this is something that you can comment, and I will probably be able to lump them in if I have a couple coming in, or you can email me at MaximusAnalysis@gmail.com. And this is something that I do just to, help people with a second opinion on certain, instruments that they might be in. And this current one is MGM. It's MGM Resorts. Started the weekly. You can see it's been doing very, very well. You can see this person is into the long side. I would just be waiting for at least a break or see what this candle looks like to the upside. See if I can get this damn thing to work. Okay. To the upside, because you see it could break above these levels. On the daily, you can see again if it can break above at least this high, because I think this high is 2090. This is 2090, 2090, right? If it can get above 2090, it can run. I'll run a little bit more. Let's look at the monthly, however, and yeah, you can see you've cleared a lot of stuff. Um, you have the 200 as support. Look like the 10 is about to cross the 50, the 200 is there, broke above that. You can see it was definitely in this tight trading range. You can see right here, and once it pretty much broke that range, let's do like that. And it's not going to be perfect. It could be like this, or you could just put another one right there. Matter of fact, let me do this. Delete. Okay, if it got above this, this level right here, you could see that that was pretty much the resistance, and it got above that, and if you were long, you're doing great. Go back to the weekly, you can see once you got above these levels, you can see that level right there, hit a couple times, sorry about that. Yeah, it looked good, so it just got to that point, and once it got broke about that, it looks good. Get to the daily, broke above that, came back, tested a 10, got above, and it's continued to look higher. I like this one. You just got to really, make sure that it can hold above this 10. The bearish MACD is something, but the price action, like I said, if it can break above that, you can probably get a curl to the upside and see where you can go from there. The next name is ARUN, Aruba Networks, and Aruba Networks. We really have to see what's going on because you're having, it's basically coming to test the 10, test the 200. On the weekly, you pretty much, maybe you could say this was kind of like a cup and handle, broke about above this level. Let me get that down, zoom it in a little bit. Broke above that level, and you got to see if it can sustain it. So we just kind of got to wait now. The volume is really light to the downside, so we got to see if you're currently in, then maybe you got stopped out with because it didn't follow through, and that's the one thing we want to see it follow through. And the biggest thing is, quite honestly, is to follow above that high of 1962 to really look back to the long side, because you have a gap here that might be able to get filled. You actually have a couple gaps, which is kind of scary. You just had boom, you came down, gapped again, so you have one gap that got filled and partial with the other, but it is above the 200, it's above the 10, so I'll be patient and see what another candlestick will give you as far as price action. See if you can break above this high, and maybe it can get back to, again, these levels of this 2120 level. And if it's right now at 19, that's almost a 10% move to the upside, so it's not something to sneeze at. This needs to hold. You have this, and hopefully it's not flagging, but just keep in mind what's going on with the weekly, with the monthly, and kind of go from there. So let's see what happens. If it could break above this line as well, and see what happens from there. So you just want to make sure you're looking at the right trend. So if you're in it, just be very, very careful of what's going on, because as you can see, that looks like a huge flag now, but if it breaks above this level that I had, at least you could say I got above it, and you can continue to the upside, and you get out of the flag formation. So again, just be very, very careful of that as well. And today's price action, it's all news driven, so The other one, MGM, looks a lot more promising than this one currently, but that can all change in a matter of a day. The market is very volatile right now. So hope this helps. And again, if you guys can leave a comment, if you're liking the videos, if you want to see something more, or see more analysis or different types of analysis, or what I can do to add value to this channel, I would greatly appreciate your feedback. It could be, positive, negative, indifferent. We're all here to learn, and whatever I can do to help that process, I will. So again, thanks for watching. Take care.